tonight is for the district title. It is the Red Raiders, #1 in the state of Tennessee with a record of 3-0 in the district, taking on third-ranked Ensworth. Ensworth 3-0. This is for the district champion when Baylor won 46-0. But now you have 2 district games to end the regular season with the district championship.
Into this position, the chance to really control their own destiny as they walk into the postseason, where they want to finish
47-7 win. At MBA, a 45-18 win. At McCauley, a 38-35 win. Then the bye week, and as I said, Coach Kimry would.
They've just been a juggernaut. 74 explosive plays this season. What's an explosive play? 20 yards or more. 43 of those plays through the air. Briggs Cherry.
You know he probably wants the football 20 times a game, maybe even more.
Sure.
But averaging 11.5 points per game. Did not play last week. Ready to go when the game's really going to be on the line this evening.
And, off the football, makes great decisions. He makes a lot of throws look easy, a lot of no-risk throws because he makes
As the starting quarterback at Baylor, he has really made one bad throw that was picked off. 1 in 2 years and no interceptions. 1 in 2 years and no interceptions so far this year. And yeah, I said it. 15 touchdown passes, no interceptions. And he is underrated. He goes, absolutely I do. When you take a look at his numbers, and again, when you have David Gabriel Georges back there, I understand. You can get lost in the shuffle. When you have Caden Dewey and Jamian Theodore as receivers, and I'll put Braxton Rain in there as well as the tight end spot, but you got receivers like they have. Again, the quarterback sometimes it's just those kind of things. Entering tonight's game, Baylor 3-0, Ensworth 3-0 in the district. Then McCauley, but would not face the Blue Tornado.
Senior wide receiver and defensive back, Bishop Starling. Linebacker, Ethan Starling. Number 49.
Familiar. They started out this limit possessions. They beat McCauley when McCauley was
offense, but he's very effective. They don't tend to,
like they did against the Blue Tornado.
And Jim, much like Baylor, they have players that go both ways. All 4 of their linebackers can also play running back or fullback. Their tight end, Eli Witt, he's a force on both sides of the football. He's number 18. You'll see him at tight end and defensive end. That's a combo. He's a senior, 6'5", 193. So they've got receivers that can also play defensive back.
And now please turn your attention to the Baylor Jumbotron scoreboard as the Baylor starters introduce themselves.
Jamian Theodore, defensive back, senior.
Jordan Davangila, cornerback, junior.
Kobe Barrett, safety, senior.
Corey Faulkner, linebacker, junior.
Cosmo Mario, linebacker, sophomore.
Keegan Whaley, outside linebacker, senior.
Maxim Sugoniaco, linebacker, sophomore.
Anselme Julien, linebacker, junior.
Jean-Pierre Auto, safety, junior.
Isaac Beeson, defensive line, junior.
Jacob Tate, defensive lineman, junior.
Jaden Arenas Michelle, defensive lineman, senior.
David Gabriel George, running back, junior.
Caden Dewey, wide receiver, senior.
Briggs Cherry, quarterback, senior.
Hank DeGennaro, receiver, sophomore.
Judah Smith, wide receiver, senior.
Braxton Rain, tight end, sophomore.
Cash Freeman, center, and junior.
Max McClure, left guard, junior.
Charlie Edgeworth, offensive line, senior.
Xavier Wade, right guard, senior.
John King, offensive line, senior.
Gabriel Ofenda, offensive line, senior.
Charlie Silverman, long snapper, senior.
Sam Shutters, kicker, punter, junior.
Concert choir who will sing our anthem. Concert choir who will sing our anthem.
They move as one.
The cap.
He's underway. Now moving to the base.
They're going to move the execute on their opening drive.
That's an attempt by that time. Loss of 2. Big third down play.
First bounce.
Yeah, their success rate on first down has been perfect start for face the third down.
Really sound football.
Successfully executed, got the football back. So that's why I say
Personal foul. Personal foul. Face mask. Foul. Face mask. Defense number 79.
Force a stop, but it's at the 1 yard. Force a stop, but it's at the 1 yard line.
Sianako making the tackle that time. For Ensworth is good to make. We do not like here in the third quarter. I mean, David Gabriel. Difficult. We talked for a long time. I think he tried to hand it off.
Baylor started the first quarter down 14-0 with a
And they've been pretty efficient running. Ready to get the third quarter underway here at Haywood Stadium. And again, as Dan Kennedy is reminding you that Ensworth won the coin toss, opted to take the football first. That was a wise move. They scored on that opening possession. Onside kick, scored on that possession as well and took a 14-0 lead. I'm not sure Baylor was on the ropes. I'm not going to say that, but certainly Ensworth had all the momentum going their way.
But they were surprised, for sure.
had some technical difficulties in the first half, but Craig and I are second half people anyway. We get our wind at halftime.
We don't peak too soon, that's for sure.
So Baylor fell behind, if you're just joining us, trying another onside kick. Finally ready for it, right?
My goodness. Braxton Rain on the spot.
The sophomore tight end prepared for it that time. So if you're just joining us, or technically maybe you're just joining us, Ensworth scored the first 14 points of the game. Baylor came back and scored 21 unanswered. Baylor has the lead and the football starting at the 47-yard line. Second half just underway. Ensworth was successful on an onside kick after they scored their first touchdown. Baylor ready for it that time. 1st and 10 Red Raiders. David Gabriel Georges splits the defense at the 40 and inside the 35-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised we see a lot of a dosage of DGG in the second half.
And a touchdown saving tackle that time by the Tigers.
Each of these teams 3-0. David Gabriel Georges limps. Is that a limp? Yeah, that's a limp. He limps off.
Yeah, that's not good. He's on the table.
That means Jack Ferguson in there at the running back spot. Play action for Cherry. Cherry throws it long, looking in the end zone, adjusting and making the catch is Jamian Theodore. And the Red Raiders come out first possession, second half, and now take a 2-touchdown lead.
That's a great play by Briggs Cherry and Jamian Theodore. We got to credit Jack Ferguson. Jack, at his size, decided to take on number 70, Andrew Hogan, 6'3", 302. And he got just enough to keep that play moving forward, and the result is a touchdown.
And the extra point. To all of a sudden to make it 28 unanswered points for Baylor. Down 14-0, now leading 28-14. Just seconds.
And again, that was good coverage. Just great execution. Briggs Cherry dropped one in the bucket. Let's take a look at this. Here we go. We will get back to that. Baylor is now set to kick off.
Try it onside. No, I wouldn't.
But Jim, kickoff coverage has been a problem tonight for Baylor.
Shutters to kick off for the Red Raiders following that Cherry to Jamian Theodore touchdown pass. Taking on about the 6 or 7 yard line, and there's that man again, right? Oof. Took one high.
Man, that one ended.
That hurt.
With a bump.
That's Justin Hopkins, as we said, who's already committed to play in the Big Ten for the Minnesota Golden Gophers.
And that's Jordan Darren-Gila with the impact of the night so far.
The clock is running, but it shouldn't be. Right? Beginning at the 30-yard line,
They
first
just
down
stopped
and 10. What's 6 or 7 seconds among friends? 31-yard line is where Ensworth begins.
And here you go.
That guy has had a good night. I would say an impressive night.
That play's been effective all night. They've had that base kind of corralled that time. But again, Jim, I mean, that's 5 yards on first down.
We've talked about that all night long. You couldn't hear us, but we were saying it. That on first down.
We were right. Nobody heard us, but we were right.
If a tree falls in the forest,
Yes.
and we talk about it, did it really fall? Hasselbeck throws it on the run. Pass high but complete. Spin move.
Man, the key to that play, Baylor
nice.
brought pressure, and the running back picked up the blitzing linebacker. Just Ensworth has done a solid fundamental job
really have.
tonight. Coach Hasselbeck and his staff, they have brought their A game tonight.
No question. Tim Hasselbeck, the head coach at Ensworth, played in the NFL. Giants, Redskins, Eagles, Bills, Ravens, Cardinals. That one stalled, but a 1 yard gain. Coach Hasselbeck was on ESPN for a while, and of course his wife, Elizabeth, has been on The View and other TV venues, TV and movie venues, and their son, Taylor, is the starting quarterback. So a lot of stars in the family.
And Jim, we've said this a couple of times tonight. Cash Freeman is playing center and now nose guard. That is
and playing it well.
That is a quest for impact.
Yeah.
Right there.
Means you're sticking your nose in there every
Into
single
everything.
play, right? Gain of a yard on 2nd and 9. Hasselbeck up in the air. Pass complete. Breaking a tackle far sideline, first down.
Man, that is a great catch and run.
I think they're very good at getting the ball to the playmakers, and he and Gibson are two really good playmakers for Ensworth.
Justin Hopkins, one of the few people we've seen that can outrun Jamie and Theodore
Yeah.
to the edge. He did that time, and it's a first down.
And Jamie and Theodore might be having one of his biggest challenges of the year. He's had Hopkins one-on-one several times tonight. First down and 10 at the Baylor 40. Hasselbeck with time. Pattern on the near side. Makes the catch. Goes out of bounds. Signals a first down.
That's Hopkins again.
Yep. About a 15-yard gain down to the 25-yard line.
They have not been able to get to Taylor Hasselbeck tonight the way they've wanted to. They've tried him numerous different times, different combinations. They just haven't been able to get to him.
Maybe that one series before the half, they had some constant pressure, but nothing with regularity tonight, to be sure. 28-14, Baylor on top. We're early in the third quarter. Baylor scored a quick touchdown in this quarter number 3, and Ensworth trying to answer right here.
And here's the Wildcat look again.
Hit in the backfield and dropped. One of the better penetration moves is they hand it off to Damari Thompson. And Thompson hit immediately.
Corey Faulkner there to shut that play down along with Big Gabe Osenda.
For no gain at the 25-yard line. So nothing on first down that time. So Thompson checks out and E.J. Gibson back in.
But at the 25, Jim, you have to feel like you're down 14. This is 4-down territory no matter what for the Tigers.
2nd down and 10. Hasselbeck sends Starling in motion. Looks in the end zone, puts it up in the air, and it is incomplete. Diving attempt by the Tigers didn't quite go.
Boy, they got the matchup that they wanted that time.
Tried to hit Quinn Taylor.
Quinn Taylor and Colby Barrett on him, but just a little too much from the quarterback.
I didn't see a flag, but I see a conference. So it's 3rd down and 10.
Personal foul, hands to the face, defense number 99. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Well, that changes that.
That sure changes everything. Jaden Arenas-Michelle called for hands to the face. That's a big one.
So that'll put on the 12.5-yard line. They were going to have 3rd and 10 at the 25 on the penalty. 1st and 10 at the 12.5. Big penalty in a game that's had a lot of penalties so far tonight.
That is the 11th penalty of the game. At least, by my count.
Hasselbeck rolled off to the far side. Dumps it off underneath to Gibson. Gibson draws a crowd and brought down around the 7-yard line.
Well, it's almost like they let Gabe Osenda come in just to set that pass to E.J. Gibson. Plan or not, it was effective.
He had the same philosophy as a screen, where you let the defensive lineman then dump it over him. Hard to get it over Osinda. Now, I will say
You
that.
have to go around.
Have to go sidearm.
6'6", 3 bills plus, you go around.
Just over 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. Pitch near side, one-on-one. Oh, both go down.
Colby Barrett had that thing red, but the turf
sure
monster
did.
grabbed both of them.
Reached out with one arm. One arm around one arm around the other. Gibson went down, Colby Barrett went down. At the 9-yard line for a loss of 2.
All of a sudden, Jim, now it is a 3rd down and 6. But again, this is 4-down territory for the Tigers.
I don't think there's any doubt. Can get a first down at the 3. Ensworth at the 9. Direct snap to Gibson. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. Not quite in. He thought he hit the cone, but
boy, I thought he did too.
Because he rolled over a player.
He's lobbying. EJ's lobbying for the touchdown. And again, Jim, they just
got the first down.
What they do is they get the ball to their best players.
No question.
No matter the formation, no matter the situation.
In good situations, though. It's a well thought out attack, I think, by Ensworth. So first and goal, as you can see from inside the 1. The throw. And a touchdown.
That's Eli Witt, 6'5", an easy target in the back of the end zone.
The big 6'5" tight end senior makes the catch from the 1-yard line, and Ensworth makes it a 1-possession game with 7:12 to play in the third quarter.
Eli Witt with a 1-yard catch.
Big target.
And if some folks expected the folks from Nashville to go away, you are mistaken.
Yeah, they've been involved in a couple of shootout type games, and again, got everyone's attention with their upset win over McCauley on September 12th. They beat McCauley, beat the Blue Tornado 20-10 in Nashville.
They just keep putting pressure on Baylor.
Well, they got playmakers. How about that? That's the perfect Ensworth drive. 11 plays. Took over at the 11:05 mark, scored at the 7:12 mark.
The extra point was good. Running into the kicker, receiving team number 1. That 5-yard penalty will be placed on the kickoff.
So that's
each team with 6 penalties now.
4-minute and 53-second drive. They took over on the 31-yard line and scored 69 yards later. So the drive, 69 yards, 11 plays, 4 minutes and 53 seconds. Hasselback to the tight end Eli Witt for a 1 yard. So these two teams have traded touchdowns to start the second half.
Jim, a key penalty to extend that hands to the face.
That was huge. Yeah, I'm like you. The Tigers of Ensworth are not going away. They came into this game with 2 losses, but Nashville Christian was ranked number 1. Ensworth lost to them in the second week of the season, lost by a point, 42-41. And the other loss was to Brentwood Academy. Now, they lost handily to Brentwood Academy 37-7 a couple of games ago. Try it again.
There it is.
And I think they got it.
I don't think he went 10 yards.
I think he did. I think he shielded the Red Raiders from getting the football.
I mean, this is a special teams clinic.
Yes. Something we don't see in the high school ranks very often.
No.
I think the kicker shielded the Red Raiders from getting the football because he was moving with the ball.
It looked that way.
The ball traveled 10 yards and was recovered by the kicking team. First down.
There you go.
Ensworth.
I mean, the odds of that. One onside kick. Man, you recover 2 in the same game. And here
Let's
come
watch
the
this.
Tigers.
Let's watch this replay. Watch the kicker shield the football if we can.
Well, he got just enough there.
Yes, but he didn't touch it.
And now they're going to go deep.
Hasselbeck rolls out far side, doesn't see the deep, and runs out of bounds after picking about 4.
There's a flag down, and the Tigers lineman Body English says this might be a hold.
There's going to be a gain of 3.
Holding. Offense number 62. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay.
So that's
First down.
That's on the senior Bo Harrison.
That's a big penalty.
Man, that is 7 now.
I would like to know the analytics on losing 2 onside kicks in a game and still winning. If you have a pick 6, the things turn. If you lose the turnover battles, it turns more and more and more. You lose 2 onside kicks, wow. But a holding call right there. Hasselbeck flares it out far side, making one miss, and then getting out of bounds.
I don't know whether they're going to spot him, but that play you thought was dead with about a 7-yard gain, and man, they turned that into a lot. It will depend on the spot, and they're going to give him
11, right? So he got the holding call back and just maybe a little bit more to the 44-yard line. So that's a 10-yard pickup. So we'll say he got the penalty yards back. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Holding call on first down, 10-yard pickup on second down. Back to square one. 2nd and 10 at the 44, at the Baylor 44 in a one-possession game. Look at that.
Wow. When do you see that? Goodness sakes.
But
Taylor Hasselbeck just said, we're going to shut this down, and
not outside the tackle box, threw it down to the feet. It just said.
They're calling it incomplete. They're not going to call grounding.
No. So 3rd and 10 at the 44-yard line. Baylor on top by a touchdown.
I don't know that I've seen that in a long time.
Yeah, he gave up on that play in a hurry.
He did.
And just say, I don't see anything. So 6:49 to play in the third quarter. Baylor 28, Ensworth 21. 3rd down and 10. Play action. Hasselbeck, first time tonight, brought down back at the 48-yard line. Jaden Arenas-Michelle.
And Emery Julian involved as well.
So back to the 49-yard line. That's only a loss of 5, so it's 4th and 15.
Now they're going to bring the punter on, but we've seen a lot of adjustments in the kicking game tonight.
I think we could easily say by a Baylor opponent, this is the best special teams play we've seen
Without
all year.
a doubt.
I was going to say,
Really,
I'm not sure it's close.
In the last couple of years.
Straight punt. I'd let it roll. See if it makes the end
going
zone.
to.
Yes.
Great decision by Caden Dewey.
Yeah.
I know it was tempting, but that was the smart play.
We do see 0. That's what I wanted to check. So
talk about weathering a storm. Goodness.
Not many punts so far tonight. There's one of them. David Gabriel George is back in the lineup. Remember, he hobbled off last possession as the Red Raiders take over on the 20, leading by a touchdown with 5:54 to play in the third quarter.
He's not been full speed for a while.
I agree. See 2 receivers top of your screen and one on the bottom side. Picks up about 4 yards, but you see the late flag go down. Is that a holding call against the Red Raiders? And again, the way they're backing up, you would guess that would be the case.
Holding. Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay. First down.
And that is, you are swimming upstream here, to say the least. That's at the 10-yard line. 1st and 20 from the 10.
Back at the 10-yard line. Baylor leading it by a touchdown. Clock running, 5:36 to play in the third quarter. Each team with a touchdown here in quarter number 3. 1st and 20. 4-man front for the Tigers. Setting up the screen. Complete to David Gabriel Georges, and he brings it.
And we got some extracurricular after the play.
He's not happy.
And that was a missed block away from going a whole lot longer.
He's not happy at all. You know what? If I were someone, I would leave that sleeping dog lie. I don't think you want Zero fired up like he is right now. 8-yard pickup to the 18.
Baylor goes tempo here, no huddle.
So 2nd down and 12. Play action, complete to Caden Dewey. Makes 1 miss, makes 2 miss, and then hit out of bounds around the. Wow, they only give him the 25. I thought he made about the 26, maybe the 27. Say he stepped out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
But, man, after 1st and 20, you have 3rd and a manageable 5 here.
3rd and 5. You take that. 3rd and 5 at the 25 after that 7-yard completion. With 4:36 to play in the third quarter. Cherry rolls out near side, being chased. He'll tuck, run, slide down, and pick up a first down across the 30. Move the sticks, overcoming that holding call, and a 1st and 20.
And another great decision. One thing the Tigers have done well tonight, Jim, at downfield, they have fought off the blocks of the Baylor running backs and wide receivers. Not that time.
On a 3rd and 5, Briggs Cherry picks up 11 to the 36-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Drive alive. 4-man front for Ensworth. David Gabriel Georges, a little stutter step, dives forward, but there goes a late penalty flag. And there's a little extracurricular going on once again.
Looks like.
I don't think they're going to call that.
Andrew Hogan and.
Holding. Offense number 18. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay. First down.
I'm going to call that on Braxton Rain.
So the 1st and 10, 1st and 20, back at the 26-yard line. For a game late in the season, really a lot of flags, right?
Yes. Cooper Wells, Andrew Hogan have done a great job on that Tiger defensive line. And this is as physical a defensive line as we've seen in a while.
Judah Smith. Hank De Janeiro wide on the far side. Handoff up the middle. David Gabriel Georges. Across the 30 to the 32. So a gain of 6, 2nd and 14. And the football resting at the 32-yard line. No huddle for the Red Raiders right here. It's Judah Smith that checked out. I'm not sure if he might have had an equipment problem or something like that. So he checks out from that wide receiver spot. 2nd down long. Play action. Throwing it long near sideline.
My goodness.
That's a highlight reel right there. Now he might have been out of bounds.
That's a one-arm catch. A one-arm catch.
And he's not out of bounds. That is a good for Jamian Theodore.
I don't know how that wasn't pass interference.
The crowd feels the same way.
Jamian Theodore.
Wow, that's a wow. Few on any level make that catch.
I thought he was pushed out of bounds.
I did too.
I guess they said he established himself back in bounds, but he had a defender all over him. One arm was free, and that's how he made the catch.
That's all you need. From the 26. Going wide with a head of steam. Hurdles one. Jukes one. Hurdles one.
That's a video game move, and we've got another flag down.
There's a couple of them. There's one downfield at the 11. Then there's one in the Baylor
And
backfield.
They just threw another one.
At the line of scrimmage. They're all over the field. Look at look at 0.
This is where, if you're on the offensive line of the Red Raiders, you got to hold your poise here. Jonathan King checks out for Baylor, number 75.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Personal foul, hurdling, number 0. That penalty's declined. Holding, offense number 74. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, first down.
Okay, I learned something. Hurdling is illegal. It's a personal foul.
Technically, yes. But let's just say it's rarely called.
My goodness.
If I were a head coach, I would say, really?
That was
really?
That was a video game run that's wiped out.
So, 1st and 10, 1st and 20, back at the 36-yard line. Red Raiders lead it by a touchdown with less than 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Cherry swings it out far side. Catch made. Some running room. And inside the 30.
Here's the key to that play, Jim. Downfield blocking by number 1, Jamian Theodore. Really sold out and got enough of his man to give David Gabriel Georges some room to run.
David Gabriel Georges he's had some frustrating runs tonight. I think he's been frustrated a few times. Like I said, don't get him mad. 2nd down and 11. Baylor on the Ensworth 27-yard line. Baylor leading by a touchdown.
Another flag down.
Cherry pump fakes, rolls it out, dumps it off, pass incomplete. Trying to hit the tight end, Braxton Rain. It might have been coming back anyway.
I've lost count on the penalties
Ooh.
now.
We're well into double figures, I know that.
Illegal shift, offense, number 0. That penalty's declined, 3rd down.
Huh.
We are slowly working our way through the rule book tonight.
It'll be 3rd and 11. And again, you may be in that situation. I think you are. I don't know if I try a field goal from here, but you might be setting up to put yourself. You're only up by a score. You're up by a touchdown, so 3 points would make a difference. Caden Dewey moves in motion. Fade in the corner, up in the air, and there it is.
I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Jamian Theodore has had an outstanding night, including that fade to the outside shoulder. Caught in the end zone for a 27-yard touchdown reception and a 2-possession lead once again by the Red Raiders. Baylor scoring with 1:48 to play in the third quarter. Extra point for the Red Raiders.
What more can you say about number 1?
He's good with one hand. He's outstanding with 2 hands. Did a lot on that drive, including a one-handed reception and then catching the fade on a 27-yard touchdown pass
And a much-needed touchdown.
to make it a 2-score game at 35-21. Let's watch the Jamie and Theodore show.
And once again, the pass by Briggs Cherry right where it needs to be. Theodore covered like a blanket. And somehow that was great adjustment on the football and a great location by Briggs Cherry. Another touchdown for the Red. Bishop Starling was on the coverage. Man, he did everything but tackle him.
But think about that. How many holding calls? Had to overcome 2 holding calls on that drive.
And a personal foul for
I was
hurdling.
going to say there, and a couple other penalties.
Illegal shift. I mean,
we ran the gamut.
That's at least 9 penalties, and I've probably short one.
That drive, 4:06. The conventional kickoff for the Red Raiders, but here's where troubles began.
Yes.
Hopkins, they're not going to let him escape. He has had an outstanding run. His return yardage has been outstanding.
And that's the first time they brought him down without some pushback.
That's one of those, take that guy, or don't kick it to that guy.
And again, I think you're going to see 21 here, E.J. Gibson. We've seen E.J. Gibson, Damari Thompson, Eli Witt,
There's a
Justin Hopkins.
Sorry, there's a minute 40 to play in the third quarter. We normally have our down and distance time and score on the screen. A minute 40 to play in the third. Baylor now up by 14, 35-21. Yeah, we're going to see that guy a lot. Gibson with an outstanding run once again.
And we got a flag. That may be a face mask. They went for the football. I don't know, but apparently got more than the football. And the body language from the folks in red tells the story in this one.
I don't think this will be received
Personal foul.
well.
Face mask. Defense number 15. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
I was correct. It was not received
well. They're expressing themselves. No doubt about that.
Down to the 29-yard line. So in one play.
One play.
The Ensworth Tigers go from their own 21 down to the Baylor 29-yard line. With 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Whew, this fourth quarter might be a little bit on the interesting side. Hasselbeck, play action.
Another flag.
Flag up in the air, looking in the end zone, and
Boy,
that is bobbled by Hopkins. Couldn't quite hang on. I think it's coming back anyway.
They put Hopkins in the slot. He blew past the defense, absolutely wide open. Nobody accounted for him.
Illegal motion. Offense, number 0, moving toward the line of scrimmage at the snap. 5-yard penalty, first down.
So they're going to call Bishop Starling for turning upfield instead of staying lateral. But just the same, that was a
After
busted
the play,
coverage.
Sideline warning, Ensworth. This is their first sideline warning.
Sideline warning usually means they creep closer to the field, and that official on the far sideline had to pick and choose his way in the sideline. That's what it usually means. It's not that there is harassment. Usually it's someone that's just some players leak too close to the sideline, and the official has a hard time navigating that sideline to try and keep up with the receivers. There you go. Nice squaring up on the tackle that time by Julian, the junior linebacker, and one of the few times tonight that E.J. Gibson didn't pick up positive yards.
They had that bunch formation at the top, and you thought that might be a throw, but again, it was a give to E.J. Gibson, snuffed out that time by Baylor.
For no gain, so 2nd and 15 for the Tigers. They have not lost a district game. They're tied with Baylor coming in, each 3-0. 2nd and 15. Dropping straight back. Underneath, caught.
You just can't stop that. That's great execution. He pushed upfield, Justin Hopkins, and then cut back. That's just a 5-yard out, and they move the chains to make it 3rd and 11 now.
So put it at the 30 and have to get inside the 20. So it'll be 3rd down, a little bit less than 11.
And this is easily 4-down territory for the Tigers.
Down by 2 scores. This might be the final play of the 3rd quarter right here. Clock stopped, 34 seconds to play in the 3rd. And Baylor leading by 14 points, 35-21. Let's see if they come with blitz. They show blitz. Hasselbeck throws it on the run, coming back. But not enough, even if he caught it, and I'm not sure. He's far short of the 1st down, so it's still going to be 4th down and long. Baylor got penetration that time.
I don't know where they're going to mark the football.
I don't
It
either,
looks like
because
the 30.
he was coming back and coming back hard, and that's when your quarterback's in trouble, you work your way back.
Let's see where they spot this.
It's
Looks like
not
they're going
much
to
of a-
spot it on the 30. That's virtually no gain.
I was going to say, exactly no gain.
Which will be 4th and a long, almost 11.
Yeah.
And you can expect a quick hitter like we've seen on these previous 2 plays from the Tigers. They've got Bishop Starling at the top here.
And they split the backfield for protection. Hasselbeck steps up in the pocket and escapes. Rolls off far side
he's in
and
trouble.
escapes. Puts it up
And
in the
it's
air,
picked.
and it's picked.
For the 2nd time tonight, they made Hasselbeck go laterally too fast, too hard.
He has done everything
And
tonight.
Superman is wearing
Yes.
number 1 tonight.
You are
Jamie
correct.
and Theodore again.
What a crazy game. Couple interceptions, couple of onside kicks. Jamie and Theodore. Last possession, he was outstanding on offense. This possession, he's outstanding on defense.
You know, we've said this for 2 years, Jim. All he does is make big plays on either side of the football.
Biggest plays in the biggest moments. This, in all likelihood, will be the final play of the 3rd quarter with 8 seconds remaining, and Baylor leading by 14. David Gabriel Georges will pick up a couple.
Man, he drew a crowd.
He sure did. So quarter 3 comes in to completion. Each team with a touchdown in the 3rd quarter. So at the end of 3, Baylor scored 14 in the 3rd to make it 35-21. Baylor scored 7, 14, and 14 for a total of 35. Ensworth 14 first quarter, 0 in the 2nd quarter, 7 in the 3rd. 35-21 ending the 3rd quarter. Heading into the 4th for a district championship and a chance to go 4-0 in the league and wrap up the title. They've already wrapped up a bye, both these teams have, and trying to wrap up that home field advantage. So in the playoffs, if you get that home field advantage, it'll be games at Baylor. Week 2, game at Baylor. Week 3, game at Finley Stadium. Week 4. That's the game plan. And the Red Raiders now with a 35-21 lead with the ball in their hands heading into the 4th quarter. This Ensworth team could make a run in the playoffs, to be sure, don't you
I'm
think?
telling you what, this
Yeah.
is not the type of bunch you want to see again this season.
I agree with that. Red Raiders football, 2nd down. Cherry pulls it back, gets a block, throws it complete on the far side.
Hank DeGennaro with a nice catch, pushed the defender off with his pattern. He had space, they took advantage of it, and it was a strike from Briggs. And now you start to see better execution on first down by the Red Raider offense.
First down leading to another first down. 1st and 10 in Baylor territory at the 46-yard line. That was a 12-yard pickup on that first down play. They just keep handing off to David Gabriel George and say, you know what, sooner or later,
it's going to pop.
He's going to pop one.
And this is the time to be methodical here. That's a great gain on first down. The clock continues to run. They have 2nd and 4 now.
Baylor moves into Ensworth territory, going from their own 46 to the Ensworth 48. Gain of 6 on first down. Jamie and Theodore. What a night. He just catches the football. Doesn't matter if he's on offense or defense, right?
Wow.
That was, he showed some acceleration there. Now the late penalty flag.
Down. 2 of them. I think there's a new rule. You can't have 2 plays without a penalty tonight.
Holding. Offense number 79. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay.
That's Gabe
Second down.
Osenda. I don't know the last time we've had this many holding penalties.
Yeah. And again, Ensworth line play is really good. So maybe just a little bit more of a challenge, but a lot of flags tonight. Like I said, rare for this late in the season. This is like a game you would see week 1 or week 2 where we had pre-snap penalties earlier. Now we've had all these holding calls. 2nd down and long. 2nd and 15. Cherry with time. Middle of the field, throws it up in the air, and Caden Dewey, the intended receiver, and
he was wide open. Braxton Rain was open as well. Just a little too much juice on that one.
Caden Dewey was ready to camp underneath that one. That's how much time he had. Just slightly overthrown. A little bit too much on that one. It'll be 3rd down and long.
You've got a 3rd and long now, Jim.
10-23. I know you're used to seeing the score and the time on the bottom of your screen. Well, technical difficulties tonight. So we're in the 4th quarter. 10-23 remaining.
How about this?
Baylor by 14.
Okay. We got DeGennaro at the top.
So 2 receivers left, 1 right on 3rd and long. Yeah. Swing it to David Gabriel Georges. Makes 1 miss.
I'm gonna say this though. This is the best open field tackling team Baylor has played all year.
I'll give you that. You know what? I'm up by 2 scores. I'm punting right here. I'm going to say, Ensworth, if you're going to beat me, you're going to go 80-plus yards on this drive. Eric Kimry, not the most conservative guy, but a rarity. He agrees with me. He agrees with me.
Sometimes you just got to swallow the aspirin.
So the Red Raiders will punt on 4th down, about 8. Little bit of a high snap.
Goodness.
Gets it off. See the roll he gets.
Not much.
Okay, didn't flip the field as much as
Jim,
you would thought.
A little pressure on the Baylor defense because so many of these players go both ways. This has been a very physical football game on both sides of the ball.
For sure. All right, remember, Ensworth has to score twice. Baylor leads by 14. There's 9:27. So Ensworth will get 2 possessions. No question about that. If I were Ensworth, I'd show a little sense of urgency right here.
Man, that was a very...
If I were Ensworth, I'd show a little sense of urgency right here.
Man, that was a very...
From talking to millions and...
20 for run support.
Timeout. Baylor.
Tells you everything you need to know. You need to know about this entire situation.
About his health and his want to. He was ready to come back in. He joined the huddle and they said no, 79.
So this is 3rd down and 7, Jim, and I know this sounds crazy, but with 7 minutes left, you're down 14. Can you really afford to give Baylor the football back here after if you don't get the first down here?
Like I said, I think they've been way too casual on this drive, and the fact that you don't have to tempo. You don't have to do all that, I don't think. But you could have broken the huddle quicker and showed a little sense of urgency, which they have not done. Ensworth on 3rd and 7. Hit, spin move, diving forward, and
that tells me it's 4-down territory.
he did not get the first down, but it's going to be 4th and 2. So he needed 7, got 5.
But let's credit.
Let me say 4th down and 3.
Let's credit 21 with some effort. That thing should have been blown up at the line of scrimmage. He spun out and fell forward and fought forward. All right, Gabe Osenda checking back in at nose guard.
They can only keep him out for one play.
Smacks his helmet. He's cranked up and ready to go.
We told Braxton Rain to get out of there, right?
Yeah.
You're in my spot.
4th, and it looks like 3.
Here's a district championship right here. You stop this play, it's celebration time. They stack up at the line of scrimmage. And the first down. He sure did.
Great inside blocking, and number 21, we've said it all night because it's the truth. He came to play. He found the hole, moved the chains.
I don't know who's looking at him, but
somebody should be.
Absolutely. That's exactly my point.
Despite all that, you're down 14, 5:55 with the clock running.
Yeah, like I said, you need 2 scores. I understand you can score quickly, but why take all this time? High snap.
Wait, empty backfield this time.
Hasselbeck throws underneath.
That hit the ground. Wow. Bishop Starling got a nice bounce there.
He short hopped it. And picked up
8.
Let's see what we see.
Let's take a look at this again. Watch Starling at the top. He's going to turn. Now let's see what the ball does here.
Oh, that's not a catch.
No. But it is now.
Hasselbeck going long.
Where they go deep. I think Dewey got it. I think Caden Dewey made the pick.
Caden Dewey's got the ball, and yes,
justice
he was
delayed.
In bounds.
Justice delayed is not justice denied.
When I was young, we called that cheaters proof. Cheaters proof. Boy, that's the 3rd pick of the night. And back-to-back interceptions by the Baylor defense.
Both players, great effort.
Yes,
they're
unbelievable.
Both down on the sideline.
With under 5 minutes now to play in the game. 4:58 remaining. On the field, they said that's a pick.
We still got players down on the far after that play. We've got
Taylor Hasselbeck had been picked off 3 times this season. Picked off 3 times tonight, right?
And you got to hope this is just a cramp for the Ensworth player that was defending. He's still on the ground. It looks like it's just a cramp. Meantime, Baylor will take over at the 12.
With 4:58 left to play in the game. 4:58 left to play. Normally you'd see the score on our screen, but
and the game is
35-21.
They are trying to get the player from Ensworth on his feet and back to the sideline. Looks like he's up. And that looks like Caden McNeil, number 24. He is going to limp back to the Ensworth bench. Great effort.
Ensworth has Montgomery Bell Academy next week, and the Red Raiders have Knox Catholic. Entering the game tonight, Knox Catholic was 0-3 in the region, 4-3 overall. This is the game that really matters.
All right, here you go.
These next 4 minutes and 58 seconds.
Yes.
Starting at the 7. After the pick by Caden Dewey. Dewey and Theodore been outstanding tonight. Looking for somewhere to go.
Boy, he goes from stop to sudden in a hurry.
Yeah, he does. He's had one long touchdown run tonight, but most of the stuff he's had to work hard to get, I think. Starting from the 7, getting to the 18-yard line, and 11-yard run.
They have done.
So we call it an 11-yard run for David Gabriel George's a short run.
Right.
Right.
They've done a job of containment, and they've been physical with him.
Yes, no question. Little unbalanced look. Moving the tight end. With the clock on their side and the running game, 4:15 remaining. Baylor leading by 2 scores, 35-21. Like I said, Eric Kimry says the home field advantage. You're going to win a region championship tonight if you hang on and win. You've already got a first round bye, so you're playing for seeding as well. But he said maybe the most important thing is we know if we win tonight, we're playing at home, either at Baylor or at Finley Stadium the rest of the season. Finley Stadium, of course, would be a Blue Cross Bowl matchup. Second down. And
Wow.
again, everyone knows who's going to get the football.
Man, that was physical.
Yes, it was.
I think that was Andrew Hogan there, number 70 with the tackle.
It's third down.
Now you have third and short.
Third and a couple. And again, Baylor wisely using all that clock they can.
Ensworth has all 3 of their timeouts left. They have not used one. According to the scoreboard this half, Baylor has 2 timeouts left.
Saw Eric Kimry going for his 41st Red Raider victory tonight. He's right now 40-6. Braxton Rain moves. David Gabriel Georges moves.
Oh my
and he's got the first down.
Boy, and you thought if it wasn't for Ashton Moore, there'd have been a lot of happy folks jumping up and down on the Baylor sideline here.
But you're going to force Ensworth to use their timeouts now. They
Yes.
they have to.
They have a player down. That's going to stop the clock.
So 2:45 left to play in the game. I always say that a first down is a minimum of 2 minutes. But you're going to force Ensworth to use their timeouts. But as soon as the player's up, then the clock will start, and Baylor will still use that time.
In his word. That was Andrew Hogan. Andrew Hogan back to his feet. That defensive line of Ensworth has been stout tonight.
Yeah, the line play's been pretty good. Both ways, I think. Although a ton of holding calls.
They've gone considerably smaller here with this threesome. Cooper Wells at nose guard now, the sophomore. We'll see if Baylor can kind of take advantage of this light defensive line by the Tigers.
So that clock is running once again. Now 2.5 minutes exactly to play. Pulling it back, just flaring it out. Good adjustment.
Well, you see that defense, though? They swarmed to the football. That was just outstanding defense.
He goes out of bounds.
And that stops the clock. So now they started again. Ensworth still has 3 timeouts.
I was going to say, it looked like he went out of bounds, but the clock operator doesn't think so because the clock is running with less than 2 minutes to play in the game. And why Ensworth is not using timeouts now, I don't know. Second down. Second down about 9 from the 47-yard line. Briggs Cherry letting that play clock run down to about 3 seconds. Handing it off. David Gabriel Georges.
Ball came loose.
Did the ground cause the fumble is the question. There was no, when the beanbag comes out, that means the ball's loose. I see no beanbag.
Coach Hasselback pleading his case.
And
timeout. Ensworth.
Yeah, using a
First charge timeout of the second half.
But
why you would wait so long?
With the bottom line is, though, they've got the ball spotted at the 38, which would be a first down. And we've seen a little bit of everything tonight, Jim.
But they look where the chains are.
Good point. Why? Man, I don't know what makes sense anymore. I don't know.
Black is white,
know.
up is down.
I don't know. But the first down marker is at the 38-yard line.
Yes. But they have not.
So here we go. The officials walking.
They're moving the down markers.
All right.
There you go. And again, I understand wanting to keep those down markers uncompromised, if you will, until you know for 100% sure. That makes sense.
First and 10 Baylor at the Ensworth 38.
So Baylor doesn't really have to score again. They lead by 2 touchdowns, 35-21, with 1:31 to play in the game. 1:31 left. Baylor by 2 scores. Let's let Jack Ferguson get a carry or two tonight.
And how about Action Jack moving the sticks?
He was effective last week. And Ensworth, I think, is going to use their second timeout.
Ensworth.
Down
Second
to the
charge timeout.
29-yard line for about a 9-yard run on that first down play, making it 2nd and 1.
Jim, is that their – okay, yeah, they're down to 1. Okay.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the scoreboard to change.
1:22 left. Baylor 35, Ensworth 21. Ensworth led 14-7. Actually led 14-0 to start the first quarter. Then Baylor scored 21 straight points, and Baylor led 21-14 at halftime. Baylor went up 28-14. Ensworth came back to make it 28-21. Baylor scored again. Baylor leads at 35-21. Neither team has scored in the fourth quarter so far. And I would say for the Red Raiders, they probably have enough points. Ferguson might have gotten that first down. That's all you really need if you're the Red Raiders. Because now 1:14 left to play. First down, Baylor. And the Red Raiders will bring it to the 28-yard line, maybe closer to 27. And Ensworth does not use the final timeout. So 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining in this title fight that's gone back and forth.
That's a great – it was a title fight.
Baylor lines up in victory formation. Cherry takes a knee with 36 seconds left, and Baylor celebrates, rightly so, but they were in a game tonight.
This was a hard-fought, physical football game.
So when we come upstairs, the first question the crew asks us, mercy rule or no? I go, no.
No, not tonight.
No mercy rule tonight.
No. And we've got a bucket load of highlights in this one.
I was going to say, two teams I think have a lot of respect for each other, and a hard-fought win for the Red Raiders. Final score and a region championship. 35-21, a scoreless fourth quarter. Baylor scored 7 in the first, 14 in the second. Led 21-14 at halftime, 14 more in the third. And both teams pitched a shutout in the fourth quarter. 35-21 the final score. Red Raiders beat Ensworth to win that district championship, win that region championship, going 4-0 with one game remaining, and that will be next week at home against Knox Catholic to end the regular season. Both these teams get first-round byes in the playoff. Baylor will now be the number 1 seed and will have home field advantage the rest of the way until a possible date at Finley Stadium. Pretty quiet on the celebration, I would say, right?
A lot of fatigue. This was a war here. This was a hard-fought, physical football game.
Yeah, I would say for the Red Raiders, they knew they were in a game. There's no question about that.
And the Tigers emptied the bag of tricks, so to speak. 3 onside kicks. They recovered 2 of them. Fantastic execution offensively. Their defense was stout, especially on the defensive line. They did a great job holding David Gabriel Georges in check. But the Red Raiders take the W.
Take the W to go 8-0 for the year. 5-0 at home, 4-0 in district play, and that's good enough for a district championship. Highlights.
We're going to try and cook this down to the.
We got a bunch. Jamie Theodore, Caden Dewey, David Gabriel George, your usual suspects. Can I say that?
Yes.
But some of the Jamie and Theodore catches tonight, both on offense and on defense.
I don't know what's coming, but we're gonna strap it on for 1 minute and 31 seconds here, folks.
Enjoy.
First touchdown of the game, Taylor Hasselbeck on the opening series. He's gonna find Blake. Oh, sorry, that's an interception. Baylor coming to play here with the pick. Then they go back to work. Who else? David Gabriel Georges. Really the game that really broke things wide open. Just a fantastic run, downfield blocking. He goes in for the touchdown, 68 yards. That ties the game at 14. Baylor would also stop Ensworth on 4th down. As pressure here from the defense forces Taylor Hasselbeck to throw an incomplete pass. They turn the ball over on downs, and that's when things really started to swing. Briggs Cherry goes back to work, this time up top. Who else? Touchdown in the back corner of the end zone. That is Jamian Theodore. What a night he would have. Tigers go back to work. They're in trouble. One of the few sacks of the night. It was a key. That snuffed out a drive for the Tigers. And then here come the Red Raiders again. Look at this catch. Back shoulder in the corner. Jamian Theodore on the fade. That touchdown put the Red Raiders up by 14. And then this interception will pretty much shut things down. And the Red Raiders survive and advance. Region champs, victory formation. Final score, Baylor 35, Ensworth 21.
Jamie, I'm shaking my head. Jamie and Theodore, what a night. What a night. Wow. Pretty impressive. And a district championship for the Red Raiders. That means they'll be at home for the duration of the playoffs. Home in Chattanooga, Tennessee, either here or that championship game at Finley Stadium. Final home game regular season next week. Red Raiders against Knox Catholic right here.